Well done.
Hi there, this video's got live, super, Waking Race Special Show with John Andrews.
Yeah,
Video, UK, 22. If you like this video, please a thumbs up, time at the moment, and look at the minute, it's 9:22 AM in the morning, and it's the 13th of November, Remember Sunday. Smile, they're happy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I won't stop.
Here we go, guys.
Yeah.
They won't hear it.
They won't hear it, you can talk, and then when you're ready, you just press, we'll get to the end of the track, and then you just press the A button to start the next one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Good knowledge.
Yeah. 252 supporters went to Meadow Park in Bournemouth.
Here's a thumbs up.
There we go.
That for this misty, foggy morning this morning.
Right. 40 seconds, Mr. Andrews.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I've got a leading question actually on the weather.
Have you?
Mark says, can you ask Simon, will it stay mild? There you go, there's your lead in.
There you go.
That's your lead in, okay? So
Okay,
Matt can ask you that question.
I will.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to start though with the
You are.
bit, yeah. Okay.
It's alright.
Tom Zanti's there and didn't know. It's Radio Woking. Amazing news from our football club here in Woking. The Cards taking the trip to Boreham Wood, and 252 Woking supporters made the trip up to Meadow Park, and yeah, the support paid off. A huge victory on the road. Woking winning 1-0 against Boreham Wood yesterday, away at Boreham Wood. The next match for the Cards is on Wednesday, so well done. That's some good news to bring you this morning.
Is it wrong of me to think that it's probably an easier journey without protesters? I'm not going to start. It's fine.
Yeah, we obviously we had protesters on the M25 this week, and we had to go on the M25 on Friday, and we were thinking, we're going to get caught up on this. We're like, do we just leave at like 5 in the morning to get to Godstone for 9 o'clock in the morning? But thankfully, the protesters took a day off on Friday, and I think everyone thought there would be protesters, so they arranged to work from home or not be on the motorway.
So we actually had the roads to ourselves.
So we ended up with the best journey ever on a Friday rush hour, which was amazing.
Now, John, you need to move because we have a weather forecast on the way from Simon Evans.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, yes, Simon. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, mate.
Now, not to put you on the spot, Simon, but we've had a question in from Mark asking if it's going to be mild all day.
Yes, it's going to be mild all day, probably for the foreseeable future, with the ball points are doing it up at 10 HPA for this winter. It might not be as cold winter as I think we thought we were going to get this winter across the UK. There might be an SSW at the end of the winter. That's the last throw of the dice across the Woking town area, across the south east and southern England regions at the moment.
So, what is the temperature going to be today then, Sam?
The temperature today could be high 17 Celsius across Woking town, which is above average. It should be this time of year around about 14 or 12 to 14 Celsius by day.
Because I know you looked at our window to Woking, which is the computer screen I'm getting used to, and you went, "Oh, it looks misty."
Yes, so there's a little bit of mist this morning to the east of Woking, especially, and fog. The further east you go across the UK, around East Anglia and south east around Kent, the foggier it will be, and the more denser the fog will be.
So I know that I'm one of those people that like to ask you what it's going to do all week next weweek, because I like to plan my wardrobe and my days.
Okay, mate. Well, for starters, it will be colder next week. You will need probably definitely a coat on. You might need a hat and scarf in the morning. It might be chilly with highs of 6 Celsius in the morning, and you will probably have to put your heating on for good now. I'm afraid it's getting colder as we get into December, the end of November, December.
I know there's lots of people trying to avoid putting the heating on to the very last resort because of the fuel costs and the cost of living. But you're recommending that it's going to be quite soon, yeah?
Yeah, I think you'll have to put it on soon, but you can try and avoid it at all costs as much as you can until it gets down to below freezing outside. If you've got well-ventilated houses and homes and flats, if you're in that sort of situation, but you're not, like me, then you're pretty much in that situation where you've got no choice to do the heating.
Okay, and what else have you been up to, Simon? Because you have a more interesting week than I do.
Well, basically, I've been busy at work. Working at the cemetery, digging away at some graves and stuff like that, and making heavy bags of leaves and stuff like that. And yeah, I've been doing other stuff as well. Sewing up trousers in my house, a pair of Marks and Spencer trousers which I bought recently, and lots of other stuff which I like doing in my spare time, like watching The Flash on television on my Blu-rays.
Okay. And we are actually live on your YouTube channel at the same time. I've got a camera behind me for your YouTube channel. So hello. But
Hi,
you better
everyone at
promote your
YouTube.
YouTube channel while you're there.
Hello, YouTube.
What's the YouTube channel, Simon?
Simon A.G. Evans.
Simon A.G. Evans on YouTube. And this morning you get to see me and John Andrews as well.
I certainly do, Matt and John. Thanks for letting me come in today.
And that was the weather. Simon will be back with us later on Radio Woking as we then look at Remembrance Sunday. That'll be around the last hour, around 11 o'clock this morning. So go and get a cup of coffee, Simon, and we'll catch you
I will
soon.
indeed.
Ed Sheeran plays for you now. Morning.
Thanks. Brilliant. Please subscribe to my channel, Sanjay Evans. Give me a thumbs up. Hi, everyone. And this is my friends Barky and Jimbo on the ITF Friday every Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Till that's 1500, 1700. Listen to me on the Woking Radio Station Jar Show every Sunday at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Every Sunday. Subscribe to the channel on Sanjay Evans. May the force be with always putting a spot in the needs of me. Away in the needs of you. Hi, everyone.